The spirit of Euphoria is always empathy, to see people from their own eyes and try to feel what it's like to exist in somebody else's head. There's pain and there's darkness, but there's also hope, and happiness, and humor.
You look like a cat coughed your ass up.
The narrative arc of Euphoria has always been about the search for forgiveness or redemption that comes out of that. If this show is going to be honest about addiction, it needs to be honest about the lines that you cross, that you feel like you could never come back from.
It's okay, Rue.
If Rue is going to get clean, then it means she's going to have to face the shame and embarrassment of what she's done.
Algee? It's Rue.
Algee is the only one that sees her for who she is, but holds her accountable and knows how to speak to her because he directly understands her experience.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Listen to me. I forgive you.
How do you know that I mean it?
Because the hour is certain to come. So we must forgive graciously.
To have Algee be able to say that to Rue, I think, is such a relief for her, that she's able to accept all of the things that she's done. And I think he brings that same quality to Gia in this feeling of it's okay to be angry.
What are you doing right now?
Nothing.
Want to help me cook?
I can help.
Nah, you keep your stank, withdrawal, diarrhea ass on away from our food.
Oh, you want to tell me about the...
I loved doing those scenes with Algee. I mean, he, I think, is the breath of fresh air in this season. She feels seen by Algee, and she feels heard by Algee, and I don't think she's felt seen or heard in a very long time from Rue or her mom.
Leslie feels like the only person on this island, right? We don't see her really having that support system that she needs. She's really depending on her faith and depending on Gia to help her kind of stay afloat. So when I see him, strong black man, walking through my door, I'm like, okay. Algee has been through it, right? He has the stripes. So to see someone in the flesh who has beat his addiction, she feels some type of comfort.
Let Rue be Rue. And shower that little one with love. She's been waiting on it.
I think they're in a weird space because Gia is coming into her own and she can form her own opinions and thoughts about things. So I think she feels uncomfortable. I think they both feel uncomfortable in the state of their relationship.
I feel like I don't know anything about your life anymore. I'll tell you when you get back.
Number 2 there, let's push him and move up. And let's see number 1.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here?
Ethan is this really nice guy. He really loves Kat, but he doesn't give her that rise, that, like, you know, going on camming websites or exploring, like, casual sex. I think that's really what she's battling this entire season, is, like, a really internal fight of what Kat wants and what she craves, you know?
I feel like there's a loneliness that a lot of people in this show feel, like, just like not being understood, wanting to express themselves, not knowing how to express themselves, or not knowing, like, how to care for themselves or give themselves love. That's what Ethan and Kat are both going through. You've been thinking a lot about our relationship because you have a terminal brain disorder?
I think Kat doesn't know how to go about any of this, which is ruminating in this entire season. Kat just has never felt that way and doesn't know how to deal with it, and that's her whole spiral this season, you know what I mean? So it's It's beautifully funny and also pretty sad because we love Keithan. Bye.
One of the things I love most about the show is being able to sort of provide more context for why someone is the way they are. Because it naturally shifts the audience's feelings about, you know, how they see a character.
There's a lightness and a freedom to Nate with Cal being gone. It's like his oppressor is no longer sort of like lurking in the halls. But I think there's this constant feeling that even though he thinks he's free from it all, it never is really gonna leave him alone, you know?
He's deeply flawed, and somehow, some way, we raised a child who's even more deeply flawed.
It was super eye-opening to do these scenes with Marsha. Was that Nate was like, okay, Dad's gone, now you'll be able to love me, and you'll tell me that it's okay, and I'm not crazy, and he was the problem. And when she looks at him and says, fuck no, like, you're still the problem, that to me is a crazy beat in the story, and something that I never thought about until it was sort of right in front of me. That's an incredibly broken, like, child.
What are you doing?
Don't worry, I'm not here to apologize.
Not an easy scene to film. Really, it's just traumatic to walk into your bedroom and someone that you love and who you thought loved you is sitting there threatening you with a gun.
I'm gonna need that disc now.
The only thing scarier than having that giant man on top of you with a gun to your head is if he had a gun to his head and he was threatening to shoot himself that close to your face would be one of the more horrifying experiences to endure. I think it speaks to the kind of demented psychology of Nate.
What, did you become like a good person?
Absolutely not, no. Well, you should have seen what I had to do to get it. On paper, it seems like Nate plays a lot of games and everything's structured, but I really don't think in his head that he's playing games at all. To him, any kind of love, he's gonna like accept. And I think that brings him a great deal of comfort because it means he won't end up in the same place that his mum and dad did.
I ruined my entire life for you.